You want to know what is the best adjustable dumbbell for your home gym in 2025?
You can't handle the truth.
And by now, you've probably seen a dozen fluff and puff review videos where they just basically read the website description on camera. Well, this channel doesn't play those games.
Homie, don't play that.
I'm gonna take you through a head-to-head comparison of the two most popular adjustable dumbbells, the Rep Fitness Pepin Fast Series collaboration and the Power Blocks. I'm also gonna sprinkle in a few others to help you pick the best home gym adjustable dumbbells for you in 2025. The No Fade channel, checking in. Jonathan here, and we all know the best way to save space and money in a home gym is by using adjustable dumbbells. That's just a fact. Unfortunately, fit influencers are very quick to point out the best adjustable dumbbell of 2025 right before they tell you that their links are in the description. No! Adjustable dumbbells are not one size fits all, and that's why in today's comprehensive head-to-head video, we are going to be pitting these two against each other, going category by category, so you can find the best adjustable dumbbell for your budget, for your lifting style, and for your strength level. The most recently released and the biggest hyped adjustable dumbbells have to be the Rep Fitness Pepin Fast Series collaboration. Fully metal design coming in at 85, 105, and 125 pound options. A 34 millimeter diameter handle that mimics the urethane dumbbells you'll find at a local gym. The weight adjustment on these is a lot like yourself. Quick and easy.
Got it.
Using two pop pins on the side, and for smaller incremental jumps, you can use the 2.5 pound weight add-ons that they have along the side that just simply come out and go in lickety split. And probably the biggest overlooked feature of these adjustable dumbbells is that they come with a lifetime warranty forever, backed by the second biggest home gym equipment company in the US, Power Blocks. They've been around forever, and there are a ton of different options of Power Blocks out there. I will tell you they go as heavy as 100 pounds per dumbbell, and the biggest knock on these dumbbells has been for years that the handle felt rubbery, it just didn't feel right, it didn't mimic a dumbbell. Well, they have since changed that. The new versions that they have do have a fully knurled option. And if you happen to have one of the older pairs out there that has the old handle, you simply can upgrade with a 15-minute swap out.
And it feels different. It feels fantastic.
Now, changing between weights on the Power Blocks is easy. You've got this plastic handle, you pull it out, you shift it down if you want to go heavier, up if you want to go lighter, and Bob's your uncle. Now, incremental jumps of 2.5 or 5 pounds aren't that tough, but they're a bit more involved. You simply take out the main handle and you add or remove these adder weights as needed. Another prominent design when it comes to adjustable dumbbells are the Snode AD80s and these TrueLaps, where you have a rotating internal handle that makes it very, very quick to change between weights when you have these in their docking bay, and it gives you an open environment for your hand. Another prominent design when it comes to adjustable dumbbells are the Ironmasters and these iFast dumbbells, where you literally unscrew the bolt and then remove individual plates and re-screw the bolt back in. The biggest factor in the decision process for choosing the best adjustable dumbbells for your home gym, it's gonna be cost. And the Rep Fitness Pepin adjustable dumbbells are the most expensive. Conversely, the Power Block Pro Series fully knurled adjustable dumbbells at 105 pounds cost you $1,100. For some of you, I fully realize that every dollar matters. But when it comes to a product like an adjustable dumbbell that you will own for arguably your lifetime, I don't think the $100 differential between the Power Blocks and the Rep Pepin is big enough to push you in one direction or another. Usually the most annoying thing when it comes to adjustable dumbbells is the time it takes to add or remove and frankly adjust the weights. And Rep Fitness does have the advantage when it comes to doing 2.5 or 5 pound incremental jumps. These add-on weights are super easy to take out and put back in. When making jumps of 10 pounds or more, the power blocks get the win because you only have to adjust one side and you don't have to make sure that both sides are matched up. The difference is 1, maybe 2 seconds, but hey, a win's a win. Probably the fastest I've seen when it comes to adjusting the weight has to be the 80s and these True Laps. The 80s get the win because all you have to do is rotate the handle and they only allow for 10-pound jumps. The True Laps are just slightly more time consuming by like a fraction of a second because they have more weight increments to choose from. The slowest style, as you may have already guessed, is the Ironmasters and these iFast, where you literally have to like unscrew a bolt on each side, remove the weight, and then put the bolt back, and it just can be annoying and arduous when all we want to do in the home gym is grip it and rip it. They both come with fully knurled handles. Now the power block diameter is 32 millimeters and the rep-ins is 34. There's not much of a difference. I think most people aren't going to notice. If you've got small little baby hands like me, you may prefer the 32, and if you've got big monster hands, you may prefer the 34. But for the majority of people, you're gonna fit right inside that bell curve where either of these is going to be great. Perfect. Now many of you online love to look at knurl prawn, and you want to know which has the most aggressive knurling.
I am the danger.
I'm going to tell you that both of these handles have beautiful knurling that really mimics what you are going to find at a local gym. If you want to split hairs and figure out which one's more aggressive, it has to be the rep-ins. But again, we are splitting hairs. I think the handles on adjustable dumbbells is a much more important category than so many people give it credit for. As an example, these iFast adjustable dumbbells look good from afar, but they are far from good. If you look, it does have knurling and it looks great, but as soon as you grab it, it doesn't feel right. It's super passive. It's almost like a slip and slide on here. Some adjustable dumbbells can be long and wide, giving them a clunky, uneven, unnatural feeling when you're lifting with them. Now, if I had to pick one in terms of sizing, I would go with the power blocks. At that 100-pound mark, these do come in a little bit more narrow and a little bit shorter. Now, as far as balance when it comes to lifting, I felt that the rep-ins best imitated the urethane dumbbells in terms of their design, in terms of the balance and the center of mass. Now, one minor detractor when it comes to both the power blocks as well as the rep-ins are the cage surrounding the handle. Now, for most people, you're gonna put your hand in and you're gonna have plenty of extra room both on the sides as well as the top and bottom. For me, I have medium to medium small hands for my height and weight, and you know, small hands, small gloves, but you can see I still have plenty of room. I really don't have to dial in a specific angle of attack when I put my hands in there. I can just grip it and rip it. I will say on the power blocks, there is a little bit less space both at the top and on the sides. So here's a reference point. You can see I just got a little bit of extra room with the rep-ins. For the majority of people, this won't be a detractor, but if you're like me and you like to wrap your hands on heavy rows or lateral raises, there just isn't enough room in here to kind of work its way around. And so that's going to be a no-fly zone. Now, if you go on the Home Gym subreddit or the Garage Gym Reviews Facebook group, you're going to notice some people complaining about the rep-ins when it comes to two key issues. Number one is these micro add-on weights, specifically this ring here. And people, when they put their hand in, they feel like that ring kind of like hits up against their hand. For me, this is a non-issue, but some people want to try to promote how massive their hands are and claim it's an issue for them. And maybe if you happen to have, you know, NFL linebacker size hands, then maybe. The other problem that people will mention is the fact that these pop pins have the risk of coming out when you're using them if your hand hits against it like that. For me, again, I've never had that situation. I've got plenty of clearance on either side. And, you know, worst case, you know, these were right here, dead center in the middle. I still have plenty of clearance to do my exercises. I don't know how people are hitting them during their exercises, but some people have claimed that they hit them and some of the weights fell out, which again, seems like a really
unlikely scenario for 99.9% of you, but I really want to mention it just because it has been floating around the interwebs.
Also, these cages are going to make some exercises like the dumbbell front squat or the pullover impossible to do because the cage is going to get in the way of where you're going to want to put your hands. Arguably the biggest and most overhyped category when it comes to adjustable dumbbells.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Is the dreaded drop test. Can these things be dropped at all? And will they survive from the top rope, from the top of the ladder? And the truth is, in a home gym, you're not going to be dropping them nearly as much as you think. For some reason, at a local gym, when we have a membership, we don't seem to care about that equipment nearly as much as our own. And we're much more likely to just drop a dumbbell from like a really high position for no reason. These are both very, very strong. They've both been drop tested from well over the height of an adjustable bench and survived. And they've been drop tested at angles, meaning that is the worst stress case environment. So as far as the survivability of either of these, they're going to survive. And yes, you can drop them, and you can drop them on their side if you had a dump out of a very heavy bench press, or if for some reason you hit Snap City on an overhead press, you could drop them. Now, if you do go Mad Max in your home gym and you tend to drop stuff left and right, and you just like to climb up a ladder and let stuff rock and roll, I will tell you that the Rep Fitness Pepins come in with a lifetime warranty. And I personally think that is criminally underrated. I think there's a lot of value with that lifetime warranty because Rep Fitness, known for having customer service, they've been around for a while, they're not going to be going anywhere anytime soon, and they have stood behind a lot of their previous equipment, and ultimately it doesn't really cost them much to offer you a lifetime warranty. Now, the power blocks, they're no slouch either. You get a 5-year warranty with these things. My current power blocks are going on 6 years, and while they've got some scratches, they still work just like the day I got them in. Noise. Not something we ever consider when it comes to adjustable dumbbells, but the very nature of the fact that you can adjust these means there's small incremental space in between the plates, and that space is ultimately going to create a rattle when you are training. If you get the wrong adjustable dumbbell, it can get annoying quick. The best adjustable dumbbells with zero noise are the Ironmasters or these iFast adjustable dumbbells because the individual plates are literally squeezed and sandwiched together with these screws, creating zero noise. To give you a real world example of how much noise these make, I am going to do 2 different exercises in 2 different formats with both of these at the same exact weights. Now, the first case, I have taken out the micro plates and the adder weights because those tend to make actually the most amount of noise I've found when using these plates. So we're going to do a lateral raise with the microphones right here. I'm not adjusting the volume whatsoever. We're going to do it with the same hand and try to hit the same speed. And we are going to do hammer curls for the girls. Now we're going to add the adder weights in and do these 2 same exercises. Keep in mind, this is literally worst case scenario because during pressing movements like the bench press or the overhead press, there's almost no noise whatsoever because of the way the weight sits, and especially if you're going heavy, you're not going to be moving ultra fast like I personally, from my own ears, doing the training in my home gym for months and months with both of these, I would say that the lower noise without the adder weights is actually the Repins. They tend to be the quietest compared to the 2 like for like, weight for weight. But when you've got the adder weights or the micro plates in, I would say that the power blocks are actually quieter overall. I do know people who have actually bought a second internal handle of these power blocks. They've put it in the adder weights and then they put in styrofoam in there to kind of bridge the gap so that there's no wiggle in those adder plates. And then when they want to change handles, they simply pick the internal handle that has the adder weights or does not. Now, another item and category that people overlook is the dumbbell stand. Where are you going to put them? Now, I know a lot of gym hardos out there, especially you keyboard warriors, are just going to say, put them on the floor, they're weights, they're meant to be lifted. Ugh. And I'm going to tell you, That works if you're on a budget. If you're on a budget, don't get a stand, put them on the floor. But it gets annoying quick, especially if you go ultra heavy and you're bending over all the way to the floor to pick up 100s or even 125 pounds at a weird angle. Stinks. Now, Rep Fitness, yeah, they dropped the ball. Anyone would tell you that when they released these Rep-Ins, they should have had at least one cart or dumbbell stand ready to go. Now, because of the nature of the design, these Rep-Ins need to be stored horizontally. You cannot have an incline or the weights may shift, making it difficult to put the weights back, or you'll find that the weights might get stuck. Both of the Rep Fitness options are looking to be above $300, with the cart currently priced at $329, and I'm guessing the stand is probably going to come in right around $300. Keep in mind, you can buy a custom-made stand from Black Widow. They sell a version that starts at $450 and goes up depending on the customization level. Which of these would I buy? Which of these should you buy? It's time for the brass tacks. And if you are on an ultra low budget, but you still want to get a great, phenomenal adjustable dumbbell, you need to go with used power blocks. That's right, used. Facebook Marketplace has dozens upon dozens because these have been out for so long and there's so many different versions that there's always tons on Facebook Marketplace to be bought at a great deal. And if you happen to buy one with the older plastic handle, you can simply spend $100 to $150 to upgrade these, and it's going to be like getting a brand new pair of great adjustable dumbbells. Now, if you are looking to save some money, don't want to go into some weirdo's basement, and you're looking to have a warranty, have something brand new delivered to your home, and finally don't need to go all the way up to 125 pounds, you've got to go with the power blocks. Reason being, like for like, you're saving $100 immediately. But for many of you, you don't even need to go up to 80 pounds. You're looking for a 50-pound dumbbell set or even a 60 or 70. You can buy the 50-pound version and then purchase the incremental weight increases as you need them. On top of that savings, the stands are going to be a lot cheaper for the power blocks than the Rep-Ins. Some of you are gray back gorillas, absolute beasts, and you definitely need dumbbells that go up to 125 pounds to handle your lifts. In that case, you're gonna have to pay the man his money. $1,400 for the Rep-Ins, and yes, that is a steep price. Now, are the Rep-Ins the most hyped adjustable dumbbells ever, with the marketing and the releases and the reviews and the Garage Gym review posts? Yes, super hyped. But the reality is they deliver on that hype. They look great. They feel very well balanced, and the knurling is fantastic. Changing the weights is fast and easy, and yes, you can drop them. They are extremely durable. And they come with a lifetime warranty. And if you're going ultra heavy, you best rest assured at some point you're gonna dump out of a lift, and you're gonna be glad you got that lifetime warranty, even though you probably might not need it. Now, you could go with the Ironmasters. Those are great adjustable dumbbells, but changing out those weights takes forever. And it gets quite annoying quite fast. The other downside to being so strong and going with the Rep-Ins is that you're gonna have to go with their cart. What about those of you that are literally on the cusp of just needing up to 100 pounds? Which of these beauties would you pick? Which would I steer you towards? Probably the power blocks. Reason being, you're saving $100 right off the top. You're probably gonna save another couple hundred when you get the stand. And these things are durable. You can change them out quickly, and they work very, very well. And the most asked question I get when I post either of these on my social media is, if I could only have one, which would I pick? And it's actually like a Sophie's Choice scenario. The reality is, when it comes to my ego, it would tell me to pick the Rep-Ins, because there are occasions when I go above 100 pounds, when I will do heavy one-arm rows, or I will do heavy bench press for like 1 or maybe 2 reps. In that case, I would need the Rep-Ins to handle my massive gains. But if I really check my ego and I'm honest to myself, I gotta go with the power blocks. I very rarely use over 100 pounds. As I age, I got to imagine I'm going to be using it less and less over 100 pounds. I think these feel a bit more natural in terms of mimicking a dumbbell feel, but in terms of my use, I've used these for 5 years. I've never had an issue with them. I've dropped them, I've kicked them, I've scratched them. It's just how it is. Now, both of these over a long period of time are gonna look scratched. They're gonna look beat up. That's just gym equipment. You've got metal rubbing against metal or banging into metal. It's just how it is. But in terms of function and form, both of these I expect to last a lifetime. For those of you that are super strong, don't think twice, go with the Repins and you are gonna be super happy. It is a tough price tag to swallow, but keep in mind you got that lifetime warranty, so you know these are gonna last your lifetime. Another ultra tough decision that you have to make is which of these two videos should you watch next? As usual, thanks for watching and don't save anything for the trip back.